Hey there, horror fans. This is Wesatron. Today we're going to be taking a look at NECA's Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees action figure. This is from Friday the 13th, the final chapter, and has been out for a while. I just haven't gotten around to reviewing him yet because I'm backlogged on reviews. But now that school is shutting down slowly, I should be able to get to a lot more reviews here in the coming months. So very exciting. Standard clamshell NECA packaging. I do have the Tamashi stage to hold it up, so at least on mine, the back is longer than the front, so if you were the kind of person who likes to stand these up, this one's not going to work for you. At least mine isn't. Yeah, standard clamshell. Bottom, we've got credits. So sculpt is Kyle Windricks, David Silva, Alex Henke, Anthony Minicino Fabrication, Paint, John Mardell and Jeffrey Trapp, our superstars. Looks very nice. Back has some images, cross-sells of the other figures, although it doesn't really say anything about them. It just says collect them all. And then up here at the top, got a little info about the movie. Very cool. And that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot to say about the packaging here. It looks great. Let's get him out and see what he's like. And here's Jason out of packaging in sort of just a generic stalking pose, like not much to it. Very, very nice looking action figure. NECA did a lot of really great things here to help sort of sell the realism, the nastiness of the piece. First off, I guess we'll start with his head. They did a really, really nice job sort of yellowing the mask so it didn't look like that bright white color that often used to come on the Halloween masks versions. You can see it's split here at the top. There's a crack and some blood, which coincides with a wound on his head. Very cool. Nice red tampos here. I'm guessing these are tampos. On the face mask itself. Nice weathering on the head, and especially on the neck. I really like the weathering there. They sculpted a lot of like little creases and things in there, and then put in a wash to sort of sell it as like dirty folded skin, which is really gross. The mask will line up if you work at it. Hopefully, there may not be enough light for you to actually see, but his eyes are in there. And the mask is removable, so spoilers if you haven't seen Friday the 13th. He's ugly. And they did a really good job capturing that ugliness. Sort of almost like a twisted grin, teeth sticking out to the side like a warthog, like just absolutely disgusting. Nice kind of glossy paint up here on the top to make it look like a little blood or pus has come out of there. Sort of faded, cloudy eyes. Like if you look very closely, you can sort of make out a pupil there, but it's not like totally clear. Very cool, and they continued that wash onto the skin of the head, so that every little dimple and striations and vein even has that extra bit of nastiness. I think these are veins and not hairs. Maybe they're hairs, but they're not painted, so I'm assuming veins. Well, maybe hairs. The detail goes onto the body as well. Lots and lots of folds in the clothes to make it look really natural. There's a bit of some kind of pocking to help sell the texture of the shirt. Hopefully you can see where it's a little bit less glossy in certain spots. There's a nice like sort of gray wash on there to help bring out those details. Back looks great, not too like stretched or anything. It looks like a loose fitting shirt. Very nicely done. Like a loose fitting but almost kind of wet shirt. Like he's sweating all the time. Very creepy. This is a rubber overlay piece, so you know there's a body underneath there and a belt underneath there. I can't really see anything about the body. It doesn't look like there's too much going on with it. So that does raise some questions about the articulation, but we'll get there. He's got the kind of rubber overlay diaper that they've been using, especially like with Dutch and Rocky. So you can see how it'll move with the piece, but you wouldn't be able to tell. They painted it so well that it looks just like it's part of the plastic. Very cool. More kind of greens and browns to help sell the look of the pants. It's not just like a straight tan color. They went, you know, like a darker brown, a lighter green, just to bring out all those great details. The lining on the side definitely looks awesome. Great job by NECA here. The boots, there are peg holes on the bottom. No further details or anything, but they do look nice and appropriately dirty leather. Again, with some pocking for texturing. One area to really look at, though, is the hands. They did a great job sculpting and painting on the hands. You can see they really like sculpted a a lot of like fine lines in there, and really like made it look like he's been digging through the mud, and left his fingernails unpainted to kind of help make them stand out. And they're almost like claw-like. They've been neglected for so long. So very, very cool. They did a great job there. Same with this hand, which is his grasping hand. Just lots and lots of little like dark details and everything. Just totally, totally awesome. And again, the long fingernails. Creepy. Accessories-wise, aside from the mask, we've got the machete, which hasn't been used, but has a nice, like, sort of, it's almost gunmetal gray, and then has, like, some tarnish, almost, like it hasn't been used in a long time, like, for anything seemly, anyway. Very, very nice. We've got the butcher knife that has blood on it, and it's not glossy blood, so I assume it's something he killed a while back. Very cool. Nice sculpt on that. And then, of course, just the mask, which we show, but now I can show you, like, the interior and everything. So, there are plugs. This is a separate piece for the straps, so it won't sit completely flush against the head, but it's not bad. Once you, there's sort of like a, let me get down here in frame, see this, like, ridge over here on the side? It sort of kind of hangs over that to lock it into place. So it's not going to go anywhere, and you can see it doesn't sit like really far off his face or anything. You see there's a little gap here, but not bad. So very, very cool. Yeah, overall look of this guy is great, and he grips both weapons very well. I already showed you the machete. The knife also fits in there very nicely. So very cool. Now articulation-wise, this is, I think, as far as I know, the best articulated Jason that's ever been released by anybody. We've got a great ball-jointed head, which I'll take the mask off again so you can see. You can look up just a little, down quite a bit, which is great because he is such a big figure. And then his tilt action from side to side is very nice. So you can get those kind of, once the mask is on, this kind of creepy, I'm staring at you because you're having sex, and I don't know what that means or what's happening, I just want to kill you type of faces. Because he has those. Swivel hinge shoulders only go out to about there, but he's not a super dynamic character, so that doesn't matter that much. And they do go all the way around. Again, I said this is a rubber overlay piece, so they don't hinder anything here. You can see that moves a little bit there. Swivel hinges and the elbows get nearly 90 degrees, but not perfect, and do have nice rotation. Ball joints in the wrists, a lot of great motion there, and of course they will rotate because of that. I was looking up underneath the overlay piece because I thought he only had a joint in his belt line, but it looks like he's also got, you probably can't see that, but looks like there's a joint here and a joint here, which I imagine are both ball joints, but I'm not getting a lot of range out of the top joint. Doesn't feel like it's moving at all, but that might just be something that's stuck on mine, but you can see it's got a lot of nice range in there. It's not going to be like doing Marvel Legends stuff anytime soon, but you know, he's Jason, he's not supposed to. So you can see he can turn side to side. I am getting some resistance there, so I do think maybe that joint up top is a little stuck. Swivel hinge swivels at 90 degrees, I remember this time, in the hips, so forward about that far, back about that far, not too hindered by the butt pack, but like I said, he's not going to get in super crazy actiony poses. Out to the side very far, and we've got a rotation point swivel up at the top. Very similar to Dutch setup on the legs here. Hinges in the knees, go almost 90 degrees, and they swivel as well. And the feet are on ball joints, which you can tell because they wiggle in and out as well as back and forward. But the way the pants are designed to kind of gather around the bottom of the shoes, or the top of the shoes, it doesn't allow for a whole lot of movement there. So like you can get your rotation and stuff, but you're not going to be able to get like any kind of really deep stance, or even walking poses can be difficult because that's not going to want to move forward enough to accommodate a flat foot. So you could balance him to make it work, it's just it won't be flat-footed. So pretty nice on articulation. Like I said, definitely the most articulated Jason figure I have ever seen, which may or may not be saying much because I'm not a huge horror collector, but I do have a few figures. Now, the size of this figure is pretty large. They definitely wanted to make him a big figure. And if I can get him to stand for a second, there we go. I will show you what I mean. So you can see here next to Dutch and the Predator, that Jason is a little taller, and I'll pull back just a little bit so you can get a more straight-on look. You can see if Dutch was a standard like 6-foot guy, or 6'2", I think he might be 6'1" or 6'2", Jason would be probably closer to 6'5". So very nice job on the scale to kind of keep him, you know, a little bit bigger than everybody else, because Jason is supposed to be a bit of a behemoth, kind of scary, imposing. Very, very cool. So great job there, NECA. Now, I think I got this guy on discount, like some deal or something. I honestly cannot remember. But he has been in stores for between, I think, $15 and $16. Standard NECA price there. You get 2 accessories plus the removable mask, so really 3 accessories. You get a great articulated action figure, a lot of things to offer, great paint job, great sculpt. Definitely a buy. If you are a Jason fan, or if you're just a movies fan, because I'm just kind of like history of movies, very cool stuff to me, you know, cinematic legends. For me, this is definitely a buy for that reason, because I've never been a huge Friday the 13th fan, even though I've seen the movies. But yeah, very cool figure for the price. Definitely pick it up if you get the opportunity. If you're not interested in them at all, the figure probably won't change your mind, but it might make a nice, interesting piece for your shelf for people to say, hey, what's that? Let's talk about NECA. So, yeah, cool figure. Dig it very much. If you guys have any questions or comments about this guy, feel free to put them in the box below. Anything you feel like I glossed over, I'd be glad to answer your questions. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the subscribers and all the comments. I really enjoy talking about toys, so anything you have to say, I'd be glad to talk about in the comments. And that's it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.